So what's up, guys? This time around I'm just gonna talk about something that I think every successful trader understands, and the losing trader doesn't understand. I'm gonna talk about a growth plan. All right. So if you're gonna be trading, obviously you're gonna need a growth plan. How are you going to grow daily? And you're gonna need obviously a trading strategy. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get to it. So welcome back, guys. Talking about a growth plan. Let's just get to it so fast. Let me pull out something here. All right, let's check this out. So here's a growth plan that you can actually follow. All right. So this one I can say it's for the beginner trader. Maybe let's say that trader who's been trading, you just started out, but then you're not really like a beginner. All right. So we are saying you can make 10% daily. All right. And then let's just go through everything that this plan that I wrote down. Growth plan starting with $100 to 1,758. All right, in 30 days. And then we say here proper risk management. All right. And then we say for beginners. And then the target is 10% daily, trading maximum of 5 hours per day. So you're not trading more than 5 hours a day. All right. But then if you're used to the markets, and if you know, if you're so familiar with a couple of things, 5 hours is actually a lot. Maybe within an hour or an hour and a half. That's the difference between trading currencies, or just trading, and trading a binary option of currencies. All right, so that's the difference. The difference is that when you're trading binary options, especially with the expression times that I always teach, maybe 1 minute, 30 seconds, you stay in the market and you're making money now in the market. And when you come out of the market, you're not leaving any trade that's running. All right, like you're holding positions or whatever. Now you're not going to be doing that. So I'm going to show you a video that I was trading, and that day I was actually trading, and my students were actually present. All right, so most of the times whenever I'm trading, I'm always recording what's happening on my screen, so that sometimes I can use it to explain a couple of things to you guys. All right, so we say you have $100, and then you want to make 10% of what you have every day. So if you make 10% of $100 on the first day, you're gonna end the day with 110. All right, and then the other rule that you can implement, especially if you're a beginner, is only risking 1% of your account. All right, so if you have $100, risk at least 1% or 2%. That means you're going to be placing trades of $1 or maybe $2. All right, but the beautiful thing about binary options is that, like I said, you're making the money whilst you're seated on the desk that moment, or on your laptop at that moment. All right, you're not going out and then you're holding a trade and then all right, you can actually do that if you want. All right, because you can actually set a very long expression time. All right, you can actually do that. But with what I always teach, I teach 1 minute trading strategies, 30 seconds trading strategies, So day one, you end up with 110. All right, and then on day two, we are now saying you have 110 and you want to make 10% of 110. All right, so that's going to be around close to $11. All right, that's 10% of 110. All right, so all the figures that I wrote down here, I left all the other I rounded off, all right, to the nearest dollar, let me say. all right, so that I won't be writing commas and cents and everything. All right, so if you make day one, you started with 100, now you have 110. Day two, you want to make 10% of 110. So if you make 10% of 110, obviously it's added up to the 110 that you had. Day two, you're going to end up with 121. All right, so day three, you're starting with 121 and you make 10% of 121. That's going to be around $12 and a couple of cents, and then we just round it up. So that means you've made $12 on day three, so you're going to end up with 133 bucks. All right, so day four is going to start with 133 bucks, and you make 10% of 133 bucks, you're going to end up the day with 146, and then you keep going until day 30. You're going to see that you'll be having 1,758. You can also check on your use your calculator in case maybe I also made a mistake when I was actually calculating this, because me myself, I don't use like $100 when I'm starting an account or something like that, but I made this for beginners, so just in case maybe I made a mistake here and there. All right, as far as adding all these things up. All right, but I always do this whenever I'm when I'm starting a new account. Sometimes I'm moving maybe with 10%, sometimes it's maybe 15% daily, sometimes it's even 5% daily. Here's the other thing that I always want to highlight. Trading is not really a get rich quick scheme. All right, it's not a get rich quick scheme, even though most traders portray it so, and they always say you're gonna get rich, you're gonna get rich. Yeah, what happens is that there's probability and possibility. All right, so the possibility to wake up very rich, yeah, is there, is very possible, but the probability, the chances of you just waking up very rich within just using a small amount of money, the probability is pretty low. All right, just to do it overnight, but it's possible, it can happen overnight. You can check out some of my videos where I'm flipping a very small amount of money and make a lot of money within a short period of time. But then, like we always say, it takes time of practice, and it's not something that you're just doing like every day. Otherwise, if I be doing that every day, I should have been like, I don't know, a trillionaire or something. Okay, so it's just a couple of setups that you know that when there's a situation like this in the market, I can execute, and then I can make a lot within just maybe a single day. All right, so but this is something that you can actually work on. This is something that you can actually use. And yeah, I highlighted that on weekends, take a break. All right, whenever you're doing something, you always want to take a break. Taking a break is going to help you to reflect on how you've been moving, restructure your strategy, plan for the week ahead, also having time to yourself and family, stuff like that. And also the reason why I also say take a break, you figure out that some of my trading strategies, sometimes I don't trade on the OTC market, and some of them I trade on the OTC. So weekends, just take a break, you know what I mean? So day 6, day 7, if you just calculate until day 30, that's what you're going to be having. So it's $100, and then you've made this much. It's actually possible with binary options. It might be pretty tough when you're trading currencies to just like flip it like that from 100 to this much. All right, so even though it's very possible too. All right, and then if it's just like your first time trading, I would recommend, like even though I say for beginners, if you're a beginner, all right, I don't know if that exists, you would move with maybe 5%. So what you can do is just you calculate, like day one, I'm starting with $100, so I'm gonna make $5. All right, and then day two, what's 5% of 105, and then day three, and then until you see how much you're going to be having on day 30. And we just say they're $100, but otherwise these brokers, they allow you to put $1,000. All right, so just add a zero if you're starting with 1,000. If you're starting with a 10,000, I don't know how much you're going to be starting with. This is just a plan. All right, and the other thing that I just want to emphasize is that whenever you're trading, you gotta have a trading plan. Have a trading strategy. the strategy is going to help you a lot, and have a plan, all right, like that you're going to follow. You can't just get in the market and just say, I'm just going to make money today, and then you don't know when to come out of the market. You don't have a target. That's not professional trading. All right, so basically guys, that's it. And I think I could just show you a video. Like I told you guys, whenever I'm trading, I'm always recording my screen and everything that I'm doing. All right, so I want to pull out this video where, because I did it so fast, I made close to the 10% within just a short period of time, because my students were logged in, and it was just during some mentorship. All right, so let me pull out that video and then we watch it together. Then I just explain a couple of things as I play that video. I think it's a few weeks ago. Where is it? Okay. All right, so here's the video, guys. The balance, as you can see, 374. And then, okay, when you started the video, from where I started playing the video, I had already placed a trade that got me 19 bucks payout. All right, so I had placed the 10 bucks. Then it gave me a $9 profit, because if you check all those assets that I was trading, the old stocks, all right, there's McDonald's, there's American Express, there's Boeing, there's Microsoft, and I'm moving from one asset to another, just looking for the setup, just looking for the situation that confirms my strategy, and then I execute a trade. All right, and I have a fractal and an SMA 21, and then a parabolic SAR. All right, check out my video where I explain this strategy. Just check it out. So the main reason for this video is not to explain the strategy, but just to show you guys that it's very possible for you to make that percentage within a very short period of time. All right, so and I was very glad on this day, because you know what it is when you're explaining something to people live, and then you just want it to happen within a very short period of time, so that they see how possible it is. Because most of my classes, I always try to use a live account. All right, but in most cases I'm using a live account with maybe a balance that everyone is comfortable with, a balance that almost everybody has, you know, because I can use, like, maybe on a live lesson, a $10,000 account, and someone is going to say, no, you're just being a little bit reckless, because you know you have a lot of money in the account or something like that. All right, so check out I'm moving from one asset to another, just looking for the setup. Look at that, look at that, just look at that. Okay, so as you can see, with all those assets that I've placed at the top, where I'm moving from one asset to the other, even if I open another asset, I can still see on that asset that whether I'm in profit or not. As you can see on that Pfizer, what you call it, FISA, all right, that vaccine type of thing. As you can see, it's showing me that, yeah, you're in profit or you're in a loss. All right, or you're in profit or you're in a loss. Just in case maybe I feel like I've lost a trade, and then I just want to add a little bit more, I could actually be noticing that, and then by the moment it shows me that that trade lost, already I've placed a bigger amount. All right, so but basically, as I was trading during this situation, I wasn't doubling when I lose I'm just placing the same amount. Like I told you guys, just be trading 1% or just 2% of the account. All right. If you have a powerful strategy, in most situations, all right, it's going to take you a couple of trades, all right, just to make the 10% or just the 5%. Especially 5% is actually easier, all right. 10% is going to take you a couple of trades. What happened on this day, all right, just like I said, let's watch together. What happened on this day, it happened a little bit faster. And one of the other things that I also check is how the market is moving. In this situation, I just had to trade. Why? Because my students were watching and I have to trade, all right? And I have to show them how it's supposed to be done, because there was a lot of explanations that was going on. But then I wasn't going to say, okay guys, let's all just stay in the market and just wait until the market starts moving smoothly, when there is no much noise in the market or whatever now. Because we've already said that's the time for the lesson, and we have in the lesson a lot of people, they got a lot of things that they want to do in their lives, all right? So I was forced to just trade and execute the trades. Okay, so let's keep watching guys and see how much is being made in this short period of time. And you're gonna see the amount of money that we're making is not a lot of money. It's small, but as the account grows, it's a percentage. It's a 5% or it's a 10%. But then when that small account of yours grows to maybe 1,000 within this short period of time, you say maybe I've made $100. All right, it's actually better. It's actually better. Okay. All right. Let's watch it. Let's keep watching. And in this situation, I was trading these stock options. Why? Because I liked the percentage payout. Most of them were in 90%. So for every $10, I'm getting a $9 or 8 dollars 70. Like the McDonald's is 87%. All right. All right. So okay, beautiful. So like I said, the trading plan is very important. You cannot trade without a plan. All right. So depending also with how powerful is your strategy, that's how fast you're gonna move. All right. And how powerful the strategy may be, and how you're so familiar with the market and how you're familiarized with the strategy can also help you to become pretty fast. All right. So it's always like that. It's always like that. It's always like that. Okay, let's just stop watching the video, because we're gonna take a very long time, I think. All right, but check. If you notice, we've already reached $410. All right, so I just paused that video. All right, so back to our trading plan. I think we started in something like, I don't know, like somewhere around 370 something. All right, so let's check which day would it be. Most probably it could be like around day 14, if it's for somebody who started with $100. Of course, that account, it wasn't moving exactly with this plan. It's just an account that we're using for the lesson. All right, so but if you check here, we're saying on day 14, if you have 383, on day 15 you're gonna start with 383, and then you're gonna end up with 421. So when I stopped that video, we were actually at 410, and we were saying when we started the video, not so sure again, we had something like, I don't know, 374 in the account. the figures is almost the same. All right, so basically guys, that's what it is. And also maybe you feel a little bit tired whilst you're trading, and then you haven't made the 10% or you haven't made the 5%. It's also good to just stop, and then you're gonna figure it out later on the next day. All right, so one of the things that you gotta understand, guys, don't approach the markets with that gambling mentality. A friend of mine said the markets, they're controlled. He said your profit making can be affected by fear, greed, and hope. All right, so, and I've always remembered that fear, greed, and hope can actually make you a lot of money, or it can break you down. All right, so that's what I had for you today, guys. A growth plan which you can follow. You can break it down in your own ways. Maybe you feel like whenever you trade, it's taking too long for you to make profit. Okay, maybe you're gonna go for 5%. Maybe you're gonna go for 3%. Maybe you're gonna go for 20%. Maybe you're gonna go for 50% daily, according to how much time you want to spend in the market. Love you so much, guys. It's Palm from Trading with Palm. I'll see you on the next tutorial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, especially this video. I would appreciate it if you guys share it a lot with a lot of people, because everybody getting in the market and they want to make, like, I don't know, with $100 they just want to make a $10,000 on the first day, and they are not yet so familiar with the markets. So share the video, hit the notification button, so that whenever I post a video, you get it so fast, you're notified. All right, have a beautiful week, guys.